Asato ma satkamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Welcome, dear viewers, listeners, devotees. Welcome to this another beautiful world. And today is Thursday, 5th of January. 5th of January is Paramahansa Yogananda's birthday. 1893, 5th of January, Paramahansa Yogananda was born. His Avirbhav was in Gorakhpur, close to Nepal border. From a family, Ghosh family. Bhagirathi Ghosh is the father. He was very fond of his mother. Now, and thereafter, he was right from childhood itself. He showed himself to be extremely spiritually inclined. And the story goes on. And today, we are in the land of plenty. Plenty. We could be literally spiritual gluttons, and we have a wonderful conceptual understanding as per the Vedanta, in which we are understanding what Paramahansa Yogananda, whose birthday today, and he had brought in, "Be thou a yogi." He's quoting in his book. You know, right from childhood, he took on that inclination and kept on driving, and he really did not let it go. He would often run away from his home, and his elder brother Ananta wanted to catch him and bring him back, and somehow he would always escape, and he would go off to Banaras or to Haridwar, and this is how his journey kept on in search of realization. And he left his body at the age of 59. 1952, he left his body in September. I remember because I was then 7 years of age, and I remember my mother telling, "Today Paramahansa Yogananda's left his body." When I was 6 years of age, my mother's elder sister, my Bada Mausi, she presented me with this beautiful book, which is world over. I still hold that copy. This is, you'd be amazed. I got it somewhere around 1951-52. This book is published also 1951, first of its book. And imagine, look at the cover. And if you look at these pages, look how old and torn and tattered, and also the ink. And I am delighted that the book has chosen to stay back with me. And this is the modern autobiography of Yogi. Most of you must have seen the book, and many of you have read it. It brought in great changes and changed the very course of life of millions of people. I want to introduce you today to Dr. Philip Goldberg. He is a spiritual person, teacher of meditation, a philosopher, and he wrote many books, about 20 books he's written. One amongst them is American Veda. Way before this book. This book was published in 2018, about four years and some months back. And American Veda was written before that, in which he brought out the factor that the entire American Veda, the wisdom of the knowledge, is because of what Swami Vivekananda took to the Western world and introduced, who is called the Yogi Guru. And 1893, 5th of January, just understand the beautiful harmony. When 5th of January Paramahansa Yogananda was born, just 9 months after that, September 11, 1893, Vivekananda was giving a talk in Chicago World Conference. You know, Paramahansa Yogananda also went off to US and participated in one of those same World Religion Conference in 1920. He landed in Boston, where he sailed to the ship after a lot of tussle with father, and father eventually allowed him to go, gave him the money and supported him. And that's how his journey started off in spiritual. But the beauty part of that in here, in his original book, in the beginning, I noted that part is missing in the later portion. But here, Paramahansa Yogananda is writing and quoting Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is telling Arjuna, be thou a yogi. And quoting the chapters, I will read it out to you here. It is from the Bhagavad Gita, and the yogi is greater than body disciplining ascetics, greater even than the follower of the path of jnana or of the path of karma. Be thou, O disciple Arjuna, a yogi. And he is quoting it that this is from the autobiography of Yogi, and he is quoting here, it is chapter 7, verse 46. What are we doing? Notice, we follow Kriya Yoga. This is Kriya Yoga. How did it all start? Those of you listening are not very clear. Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, he taught Kriya Yoga to Pandavas, to Ikshapaku, to Surya, to Manu, Manu Shastra, ancient, and to Mahata Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji. Mahavatar Babaji taught this to Sri Sri Lahiri Mahasaya. Lahiri Mahasaya taught to many disciples, and also Guru of Paramahansa Yogananda, Sri Sri Yukteswar Giri. Such beautiful stories are there in the part and through the autobiography. I remember when 6-7 years of age, I was 6 or 7, when I was given this book by my great aunt and came and told me, you are ready for this book. Honestly, I read it because I came to know that if you are a Kriyaban Yogi, you become very powerful. And everybody wants to become Spider-Man, and especially at that time, everybody wants power and strength. What is power? You become very powerful. I heard that name. But what does that mean? We didn't understand. The true power within you is getting you to get linked up with what you already have. And true, today, what Vivekananda taught, what Paramahansa Ramakrishna, so the drive which you all of us are following today is the combination of the message of the Vedanta, which is the wave started off by Vivekananda Paramahansa Ramakrishna into the world, because of which Harvard Divinity School, HDS at Harvard, they are doing research on Vedanta. NYU, New York University, David Chalmers, Ned Block, they all are doing university. Mind Brain Consciousness Unit, Evan Thompson, Philip Goldberg, everybody is enamored by Vedanta. So the journey while practicing sincerely in Kriya Yoga practices, we continue to practice. For now, it's quite a few years, way above 2 decades that we have been practicing. Many of you devotees are together. started to realize that this understanding becomes much more powerful if you couple it with the ancient rishis yoga which Vivekananda Ramakrishna movement started. And we are delighted today that when Swami Vivekananda was once asked, is it true that Buddha has said there is no God? Is it true that God is there in the heaven? And Vivekananda goes ahead and says, yes, my Guru and I, we go ahead and say that it is not only God is up there in the heaven, but God is everywhere. And if I am infinite, I am divine, I am Brahman, I must experience it and not see God after death go to heaven. I must experience God right now here. This is what Paramahansa Yogananda on his birthday, which we are mentioning, he went ahead and gave this, that spiritual realization through Kriya Yoga, through yogic process, you could attain Samadhi. Vedanta is saying, attain Samadhi. It's a wonderful way. Continue to practice. Hold on to these spiritual practices as our Gurudev has taught. Side by side, also understand who you really are. What is the message of Vedanta? Vedanta's message that God that you're searching for is everywhere, Taittiriya Upanishad, and it's also ancient rishis, 6,000 years old messages, which Mahavatar Babaji is also as young as 6,000 years. Till today it is known he is not left his body. And many have experienced it, including divinely blessed many of us. And today you could continue to practice. Raja Yoga is Kriya Yoga. It's a yogic process. Through the breathing, through the asana, through the meditation, through the 8 limbs of yoga. Ayama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. 8 limbs. Coupled with Sadhana Chatushta, Viveka Vairag, which is Vedantic. Viveka Vairag. And Shata Sampatti, which is the third. Sadhana Chatushti is 1 is Vivek, second is Vairag, third Sadhana Chatushti, and fourth is Mumukshattam. Mumukshattam is intense desire and longing for realization, for seeing God, seeing Divine Mother. In the Shata Sampatti, which is the third one, is Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, and Samadhana, Mumukshattam. The beautiful combination, this is what I mean by being a glutton in the spiritual world. You feel like eating and eating, you feel like tasting today. And the beautiful message which Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahansa went ahead and gave it, and which we went when Paramahansa Yogananda Center we visited in LA, in Mount Washington, in Hollywood, and in Ensenada, which is from LA about 200 kilometers or so. He created a beautiful lake shrine, and in which there is a hall of religion. All religions are put, and this is what Paramahansa Ramakrishna Vivekananda Drive said. Thapakaya Dharmasya. All religion establishes Thapakaya Dharmasya Avatar Varishtaya Ramakrishna, who has established that Sarva Dharmanne Thapakaya Dharmasya Sarva Dharmanne Sarvis. See, all religion is one. All river coming down the mountains goes to the same ocean. Every droplet of the water that rains in front of you or is there in the windshield when you're driving a car and goes off, every one of them through the cycle of water evaporates, goes into the sky, becomes cloud, pours down, and water cycle goes again back to the same ocean. all process of spiritual practices will take you. So why not practice this most powerful Kriya Yoga with Paramahansa Yogananda, whose birthday is today, our pranam, with his blessing, Mahavatar Babaji, Larimasa Yukteswar Giri, Paramahansa Yogananda. And as the yogic message was given to us to understand the secrets of the world. And beautiful today, the latest Nobel laureate, three of them on quantum physics, what they're talking about quantum physics, apparently such a difficult, which I shared with you many a time, it is not difficult. It's just wanting to open up your mind and start to read and understand it. And what is quantum physics saying? That what quantum physics is talking about is what Vedanta talked thousands of years ago. And now, all this through Vedantic process, realization starts off Shravanam, listen, Mananam, reflect, ask question, and Nididhyasanam, meditate. Notice, saying Kriya Yoga, and then meditate. Samadhi state, go to Samadhi, understand it. But you don't have to go to Samadhi state as per the Vedanta. You can realize it right now, today, over here, through the Jnana Yoga. Yes, the route through Bhakti Yoga, for the divine Guru's blessing, and our spiritual Gurus are the part of that consciousness, which is everywhere, every time, which they were and came and utilized and be born as Paramahansa Yogananda, or Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Jesus Christ, and became the avatar, the messenger of God. But all of them take you to that realization, knowing that their body is not there anymore, but they are not dead. That consciousness is here right now. So when we practice every day, when we do the prayer, that prayer is to invoke all spiritual masters to be the saints, the gurus, the rishis, and the gods to congregate what we are praying and seek their blessing. Hold our hand, take us across from unreal to real. What we think is real is not real, that is unreal. From there to reality. What is that? We are bound by this body, mind, name and form. But far, far beyond, more powerful is that wealth within. This is what Paramahansa Yogananda talked. And notice, congregation of this all religion practices, not picking a khichdi out of that, but just seeing that all of them actually leading to the same simple path. So, practice Abhyasa Yoga with sincere. Notice Paramahansa Yogananda, his journey started off with Mother Kali at Dakshineshwar. He used to go down there and meditate, and progressively he met his Guru, Yukteswar Giri. Notice Ramakrishna Paramahansa, his journey started off Mother Kali. And notice Swami Vivekananda, his journey started off also Mother Kali. So, this Mother Kali is not just a figure. The God is in that statue, in the figure. God is also without statue, without figure. Within the form, also formless. Anantam, Advaitam. So our journey today is beautiful. Understanding, practicing them, process is very simple, not that run off to mountain Himalaya and starve to death and practice and then die thinking now we will realize God. Live in that same where we have been placed by our karma and by the divine grace of Guru and God. But defy your life. Defy in the sense, divinize your life. In the words of Vivekananda, divinize our life. So, towards divinization, Hanuman asked Ramachandran, Lord, I want to attain realization. What is my path? The Ramachandran tells him, Mandakya Ekameva Balam. Mandakya Upanishad alone can take you from liberation. So that Mandakya Upanishad is the 12th mantra Upanishad. Only tiny. It's like the tiny bird's eye chili. Very powerful, like a bomb, but tiny. Dani Lanka, called in Bengali, in Orissa and Bengal. Mandakya Upanishad is like that. And beautiful, we are going to discuss, take on Mandakya Upanishad on this Sunday. We'll start off our journey. Now, notice the beautiful time. Holy Mother's birthday when? December 12th. Jesus Christ's birthday when? 25th of December. And then, now comes 5th of January today. 6th of January tomorrow is our school birthday. We are divinely blessed to have a school which is actually created by Mahavatar Babaji, and the blessings and guidance by Swami Vivekananda, Paramahansa Ramakrishna, Paramahansa Yogananda, and the other great pastors. And also the latest of the Western philosophy of International Baccalaureate IB. We couple the two. How did we get that idea? We didn't. We cannot steal. That idea is Swami Vivekananda's idea. He wrote down on the path to education and he laid down what we want, our Western science coupled with Vedanta. And that's how we must understand the rich heritage of our country's Vedanta and rich heritage of Kriya Yoga practice. Couple them together. Live ethically, get the paradigm shift. We all want happiness, joy, love, sickness-free life, no suffering, no poverty, abundance of this world, this universe and nature. So what is Vedanta saying? Upanishad is telling us, Upanishad Nama Vedanta Pramana. Vedanta Nama Upanishad Pramana. If you talk about Vedanta, it is Upanishad. Upanishad is saying affluence or abundantness, meaning no shortage. Affluence means no shortage. Of what? Anything. All the good things. Affluence and abundantness, no shortage, abundant, is your natural state. You only have to align yourself and realize to that. What is Vedanta saying? Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahma. What is Paramahansa Yogananda saying? That God, that kingdom is within you. What is Jesus Christ saying? Kingdom of heaven is within you. Kingdom of heaven is within you. Knock and the door shall open for you. All you and I have to do is purify our life, ethical manifestation, live with those sadhana chatushta, follow this Ashtanga yoga without being a boring. Continue to live and work and have fun. Enjoy this earth and the beautiful. It doesn't mean abundance or extra. Bring a balance to the life. But don't forget, every day, specific time, specific moment, devote yourself to discovering that Jyoti, that light which is within you, which is you, that consciousness. This is called Prajnana Brahman, Aitariya Upanishad, that is within you. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Mahavakya, that is Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahma. So we will talk about this Sunday. Prepare yourself, have fun, and a great New Year. Wish you all Happy New Year 2023 and good life through the next 100 years and plus. You can easily continue to live very long and healthy life, but not just lambi umar, not just long life, but make your life fruitful and giant and a big life. Not long life like an elephant living 400 years, but a giant of a life. Be of use to the mankind, to the humanity. Help everyone. Let us take on that pledge. What is the pledge? Resolution of 2023. Uncover, discover yourself, you. Remembering Paramahansa Yogananda, he always sang, Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Om Guru, Jai Guru Om Guru Om, Jai Guru.